In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a horizontal seam in reverse stockinette stitch. I have two swatches here in different colors and a contrasting color seaming yarn so that you can clearly see how the seam is made. Of course, when you're doing your own seam, you will be working all in the same color. Reverse stockinette stitch fabric is made up of a series of smiles and frowns. If you look at it closely, you can see those little bars. Some of them look kind of straight, but a lot of them look like they're making little smiles or little frowns. And that's how I'm going to be referring to the stitches in this video. So we're going to start with this piece that is closest to you and insert the needle from the bottom to the top in the rightmost frown and pull the yarn through. You want to leave yourself a 6-inch or so tail so that you've got plenty of slack to sew in the end. With the other piece, we're going to insert the needle from the bottom to the top in the rightmost smile. So that's this stitch right here. And we're going to trace the frown that's just next to it to the left, and bring the yarn back and insert the needle from the top to the bottom in the smile that's to the left of this little frown right here. Now on the piece closest to you, we're going to go back in and insert the needle from the top to the bottom into the frown that the yarn is coming out of. And we're going to trace the next smile right here and insert the needle into the frown that is immediately left of that smile from the bottom to the top. On the piece farthest from you, we're going to insert the yarn into the stitch that we had come out of before, from the bottom to the top. And we're going to trace the next frown right here and go into the smile to the left of it from the top to the bottom. And we keep repeating that same motion. We're going to go in the piece that is closest to you from the top to the bottom in the stitch that the yarn comes through from your last pass through this side. And we're going to trace the smile right here and come up from the bottom to the top into the frown. And we're going to go back to the other piece, back into the same stitch that we came out of before. And this time we're going from the bottom to the top. Trace the frown right here and go in the next smile from the top to the bottom. Here's my finished seam, and you can see that the green seaming yarn traces the stitches that were already there. That's the front, and this is what the back looks like. If I pull it slightly, you can see that the green yarn in between the two swatch pieces that I have here. You can see the bind off edge on both pieces that makes those V's that go in the perpendicular direction, I guess, to the actual knitting. And if I turn it over this way and stretch it a little bit, you can see there's green stitches really line up with the stitches that are already in the fabric. Now you can make this seam as tight or as loose as you like, depending on what you're making and the fabric that you have. If you want to tighten it up, you can just simply pull the ends. I don't usually go this far before tightening it. If I want a tight seam, I will seam an inch or two and then stop and pull it tight if I want to do this when I'm actually seaming a garment. But you can see that really pulls it up tight. If I stretch it out a little bit, it makes a nice sturdy seam. And you can see just a hair of the green there, but if that were the same color, you wouldn't see it at all. Now with a tight seam like that on the other side, this is what it looks like. And when I pull it this way, you can't see any of that seaming thread in it.